Welcome back to another video, and let's get started. I'm gonna go ahead and break down this pen, which I have already finished. As you can see here, then I'm gonna sand it down. I'm done with sanding. Now let's move on to Cricut Design Space. I'm just gonna be adding a name to the pen. So as you can see here, I'm just going through Cricut Design Space and I'm picking out different fonts to see what they look like. I've previously made a pen for this customer, so I already have the correct size, as you can see. Alright, as you can see here, I'm all done. I'm just lining up my paper with the edge of the pen, trying to see which side it looks best on. As you can see, it's white, so I'm going for the dark end, and I'm placing against the edge that has the most blue. She likes it. So pretty much the rest is simple from here. I'm going to show you how I apply the resin. All right,
here's a tip that I want to give to people. I do not use epoxy resin. I use UV resin. I see a lot of people use epoxy resin. That is fine. Everyone has their method of choice. I just want to give some perspective based off of my experience. All right, so I've done a lot of work with epoxy resin. When it comes to pens, I don't really understand why someone would use epoxy resin and put it on spinners. It takes a very long time for epoxy resin to cure. And then with my knowledge of doing glitter pens for 2 years, there's so many steps with sanding. Epoxy is unforgiving. So if you accidentally get a lump, bump, clump, baby, it's nothing you can do about it. Nothing. UV resin cures literally within 10 minutes. I use sunlight. Even if it's cloudy, you can look on the directions. It will still cure, okay? Because it depends on UV. Now, you only need to use thin layers. Do not ever use thick layers. Sometimes I use residue from doing one pen and put it on the next pen on the second or third rotation. That's how thin you need to have it. So with my overhead setup, it's gonna be kind of hard. I'll show you my setup too, but I'm gonna show you here. Sit down. Talk shit about it. All right, can you see it? I didn't even put it on the whole thing. Make sure your decal is flat and not sticking up. If your decal is sticking up, the resin's gonna get underneath the decal. You're gonna have to pull it off. There's nothing you can do to make it flat. It's just gonna be ugly. Now you see, this is residue. You see that? Cameraman. Oh, baby, look at that. Look at that, baby. And normally I like to go against this direction as if I'm pressing down a decal. Whereas if I went that way, it'd be like pushing it up. It all helps, trust me. And I just like to put it in the nook, I'm sorry, just to spin it. And one thing I want to let you know, do not forget the top part. It's really important, especially when you go to assemble it. You're going to have to clean out like glitter glue or resin off the top. And this part right here, you may have to clean it and hollow it for the pen tip to go all the way through. And if it's not hardened with resin, you could potentially tear off a chip and tear off a fragment, and you just ruin 3 days of work. Yeah. And truthfully, I've done the math. I've been using data truthfully, depending on the complexity. These pens are truly worth $18 easily. But you know, the economy, but I mean, people buy what they want to buy. People are buying $300 shoes. I know someone that was trying to sell some shoes they purchased for $500 because they were designer for a freaking infant. Do you know how fast babies grow up? I have 2 kids. People afford what they want to afford. And as artists, we need to start pushing and charging our worth. Because no, honey, that is too much work. $12 is literally nothing compared to the work. And you have to think about it. It is a piece of functional art. You don't have to throw this away. This is a keepsake. People collect pens. You know that, right? There are people that have like $1,000 collection of pens. I've met people like this before. And ironically, those same people will stop and talk me to death, but don't buy a pen. But I'm not mad. I just use every experience to gain perspective. So let's see if it's gonna fit. But yeah, I got this little thing from Dollar Tree. I don't sell them anymore. I haven't been able to find anywhere I live. This is how I draw my pen, and this is a pen from another tutorial. But I'm gonna go ahead and put this outside, and I will show you the final look. So I have sanded it. It cured in the sun. I don't know if you can tell, the purpose of sanding is to remove the shine. I recognize some spots look shiny. That's just the light, but all of the gloss has been removed. So what I'm gonna do from here is repeat the same process that I did in the previous step. When I come back, I'm gonna show you the final result.